Hi camping friends. So I did not have a YouTube channel when we visited Knoebels. So I'm going to talk to you about it now. Growing up, we as a family, I'm 32 now, so when I was younger, we always went to Knoebels, and I have great memories of it going with friends. When we did it on our own with our own camper, it was totally different. Like, I always remembered the campground being awesome, and when we went back, it was not so awesome. So the good part about the campground is that you are right there, that you can walk to Knoebels like that. Anytime you want to go, if you just want to go down and get an ice cream cone, go get an ice cream cone. It's free admission to get in. That is by far the best part of that campground. The site we were on was so tight, it was unlevel. The playground was nothing spectacular, the bathhouses are nothing special, but I will tell you what, the location is what you're paying for at Knoebels. And it's very hard to get into from our experience, especially if you want like a Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Really hard to get into unless you book ahead, because people are booking year after year after year, typically for the same weekend. So the next time we went, we thought, okay, we'll stay at this sister campground. I believe off the top of my head is called Lake Glory. We're like, it'll be great. There'll be a shuttle bus. The spaces looked more spaced out. So we booked there. Even worse of an experience, because the shuttle bus, little do they tell you, and we went in June, pretty much ran 3 times a day. So when you have 2 kids, having a shuttle bus run 3 times a day is really not okay at all. So we ended up driving ourselves anyway, which is fine. We parked, like, we're fairly in shape. There's Mr. Fesler. So we were fine walking, but the parking lot was really full and we were in like the back of the parking lot most of the time. The campground itself at Lake Glory, where you check in, it was beautiful. Beautiful building. That was great. There was like conduit, just like maintenance stuff all over the campground. It did not aesthetically look pleasing whatsoever. Like, it looked like the campground was under major chronic construction and that things were just left everywhere. The playground itself was very dilapidated. I don't think I've ever seen a playground in as worse shape as that. There was construction tape warning you, like the caution tape, the yellow caution tape, warning you not to get on certain pieces of the playground equipment, which was super disappointing when you have 2 kids who like love the playground. Now granted, they could have fixed the playground. They could have moved the horrible conduit visual nightmare. But when we were there, that's what we experienced. Maybe now the shuttle bus runs 6 times a day. I don't really know. But our experience, we're not going back there. It was not okay. So I think the next time we go to Knoebels, if and when, probably when, we are going to stay at a campground that we saw going to Lake Glory. And it's something along the lines of D&G or D&R campground. We drove through it. It looked like they had a swimming pool there. The sites were decent. It looked like they were far enough apart. You're really close to Knoebels, because we still had to drive even at the Lake Glory campground. I don't know, it's tough because there's not too much in that area if you want to go camping. And the sites do get full fast because everyone wants to go to Knoebels. Like, it's free admission and it kind of gives you that like nostalgic old feel to it. And you're allowed pets, which is awesome, or at least at the time of taping this, you're allowed to take your pet in. So it's definitely very different than most amusement park type campgrounds. So I feel like just do what you think's best for your family at Knoebels. If the location is what you want, then you're gonna sacrifice some of the amenities you might like in a campsite. Stay on the actual premise if you can get your date. If you want more spaced out, but still technically owned by Knoebels, then do that Lake Glory campground. If you really don't care about either, maybe try the one we're gonna try next, that R&D or R&J. Just Google it, you'll find it. That's pretty close. Enjoy Knoebels if you ever go camping there.